Thanks a lot for your patience and welcome to this deep dive to everyone who joins us around the world. My name is Ake Rudolph. I'm leading the International Design Center Berlin, the organizer of the UX Design Awards and the awards itself. It's great to see you for this edition of our deep dive series in which we present the winners of the awards. And with these events, we hope to offer you insights into design, user research, and of course, success stories in the UX domain. Today, I have the pleasure to present a singular product. It's a digital banking app, actually a banking platform tailored to teenagers in the MENA region. And it is a winner of the UX Design Award product in 2024. In their award decision, the jury praised Cashee, that's the name of the app, for its innovative approach to banking for the youth. Its appealing design, its clean UI, and multiple gamification elements create a novel value proposition. And this reflects banks' adaptation to a changing financial landscape, driving business value, but also financial literacy, and we'll hear about this in a second. So let me welcome today's guest. Sasha Shumylo is an associate partner at The Gradient, the Ukraine-based agency that designed Cashee. And Sasha will take us through the research and design process that led to this award-winning product, the thinking behind the concept, and he will share some of the key insights that helped his team succeed. So dear Sasha, hi there, a warm welcome to a deep dive. How are you?
Hello, thank you. All good.
Great. Thank you for being with us here today, and especially also given the very difficult circumstances around you in Kiev, in Ukraine, in your capital, and with power outages that also hunt you, colleagues working from abroad. And actually, it's great to see, that there is a very high level of UX and product quality coming from Ukraine at the awards each year. So your country is really demonstrating great design talent and incredible resistance and resilience, of course. So I hope that you stay safe.
Thank you for your support and great words. Thank you.
So with this, let us have a look at Cashee. I'm looking forward to hear more from you. Take it away from here, Sasha.
Okay, so let me share my screen and let's start. So let me go full screen. Yeah. So today I would like to walk you through Cashee, and I will have like 5 main sections in my presentation, starting with the gradient in general, who we are, what we do, and then talk about Cashee. So how we started the project and what was the task given to us. Then the middle part, it's about the process inside and like the main takeaways in terms of design, in terms of how we've decided to recalibrate our work. And I think some of the stuff are really, really nice, and you can take them and implement in your agency or in your work. And then some stuff about what we've achieved and Q&A section. So if you have any questions, please ask me. So let's start with the beginning. Who we are? We are The Gradient, and basically we help innovators and risk takers to design and launch remarkable digital products. And I think that Cashee is a really good example of innovators in terms of the client. So they have an incredible team of forward-thinking, actually, CEO and great developers, great operation. And we were working with them on launching or relaunching, let's say it, Cashee on Saudi Arabia market. So we are like a group of curious and talented people who love to make stuff and to make stuff happen. So there are like 40 of us. Like the core of the team is in Lviv and also in Kiev, London, Kharkiv. So distributed network of talented people. And in terms of our clients, we have like the main focus on fintech, and Cashee is actually a fintech product, and also a lot of experience with e-commerce. And right now we see a lot of projects in AI, and I think that it's something interesting for everyone, like how to implement AI and what will happen like in a couple of months and how it will change like everything. So now let's start with Cashee. So I'll walk you briefly like what is Cashee. So you have like a bigger context, and then I will dive into some details and explain why we've decided to make one thing or another. So Cashee is a banking platform for the youth focused on MENA region. And so what is it? Basically, first of all, it's a card for teenagers. Like the core audience is from like 15 to 18. However, it depends actually on parents. So if father or mother decides to give a card like at 10 years old, then it works. So it's perfectly fine. But based on the analytics, we see that the core audience is actually like 15, 14 years old, and then to 18 or 21, like it depends. Then like it's an app, so the basic idea is that you as a youth, you have a full banking experience that like your parents, so you can pay everywhere you want, and you can see all of your transactions, your analytics, etc. Also, we've included some of the really important features in Cashee, like, for example, saving goals. So this is a part of financial education and the ability to not only spend money, but actually learn how to save them, actually like have some challenges with that and have some rewards at the end. And then a big part of Cashee is actually education. So it's not only about like banking, but also about financial literacy and how to make sure that kids learn how to use money, how to empower them with some really good money habits. So I will talk about that in a minute. And a lot of other stuff actually. So there is like the concept of 3 teams for the personalization purpose, like it's for kids. So they want to feel different and they want to feel unique. That's why we have like Team Heart, Team Rocket, and Team Bolt. Also a lot of gamification stuff and a lot of like interesting features. For example, how to request money from parents when you need them like right away. So this is like the first part of Cashee is for the youth, but as you can imagine, there is another one for parents. So we've been working not only on UX experience for kids, but also for parents, because they are a vital part of Cashee ecosystem. And they send money to kids, and they have some other like jobs to be done, other motives, barriers inside their heads. So we had to spend some time, some research time on how to make them happy as well. So for parents, it's about much easier way to send money or to create some allowance and to have like a recurring payments to their kids. Then it's about real-time monitoring, because as a parent, you are afraid like giving a card, but you want to be sure that the kid is actually spending it wisely, and you can monitor all of that, and maybe later on have some talk with your kid explaining like any concepts of finance. Then there is a big thing about challenges. So we wanted to give parents a possibility not only to send money, but actually to encourage kids to earn money. Because if you think about money, it's not about spending. It's not only about spending, it's about earning them as well. And with Cashee, as we have this big mission to educate kids how to work with money, it's about earning as well. So we have a challenges or like a task that a parent can create, like let's say get A in the math, and you will receive some money reward. And yeah, so this is like the ecosystem of Cashee, a lot of different features. And now let me walk through this process. So everything started in July 2020. So at that moment, Cashee was kind of launched. And when they came to us, there were like around 60 users. And again, it was like a closed beta. So there was no way to download Cashee and actually use it as a regular user. So they were like invite system testing purpose. And the overall, the biggest problem that Cashee was trying to solve was about teens and their that teens don't have actually access to financial system. So and this is actually a really big problem. So you as a teen, you can only like go to your parent and ask for the credit card, let's say, if you want to buy something online. Or another big problem is cash. So if we're talking about MENA region, we have seen that the biggest amount of money were transferred via cash, and cash is not really nice way, because again, there is just a question of security. So you won't carry a lot of cash with you. Then there is this problem with change. So if you want to buy something, you can lose it somewhere, and it's not really convenient. And having said all of that, kids didn't have any possibility to have their own card. So they didn't have a possibility to open an account. So that was the biggest problem. And also financial management, so and money management, and good money habits. And when we were talking with parents, we heard like many times that I wish there were some lectures or some topics about money in schools, because like I learned as a parent myself how to deal with money, but I want my kid actually to understand how to spend them wisely, and how to earn them, and all of that. And current educational system don't have actually really good school program around finance. So these were the problems, and that's why the overall mission of Cashee is to like empower teens to manage money effectively, promoting good financial habits, and creating lasting social impact. So that's about like Cashee, and they came to us with two main tasks. So the first one was to completely redesign the current app, and I'm going to show you in a moment how it looked like. Because they wanted to expand. So at that point, they were operating only in UAE, and they wanted to expand to Saudi Arabia, and they understood that with current app, it wasn't possible. And the second one was actually to develop educational module. So at that moment, in the app, there were only some banking features. So you could like pay something or like get money, but no education at all. And our goal was actually to think about how to approach education, financial education with Cashee. So yeah, so these are some screenshots from old days. So the good part that it was a working app, and actually we had access to real users, and we could like run some interviews and understood what was good about Cashee, what wasn't good, like run some UX tests, etc. And on the other hand, like we understood how to move them further and how to create this like quality update of Cashee. So these are some screens of Cashee back then. And also, I should say that Cashee did a lot of great stuff, like not only about the app itself, but they had already some great connections, like, for example, with Microsoft for startups. And also, Cashee organized a lot of events just promoting the whole idea of use money. And like, because this is another big question for Cashee, that you have to persuade parents to buy Cashee, to sign up for Cashee. Like, it's free, however, you have to like sell this idea that your kids actually need this card. That's why they were organizing a lot of meetups in schools, like public meetups, just to promote this idea. So now let's go to the middle part and to what we've done and how it was done. And here I want to share with you some of the insights or like some main takeaways that I think is really important that contribute to the success of Cashee. So the first one is actually about the process, about how we've decided to operate as a team, as an agency. So it's not only about like how we've done education module or gamification. It's more about how to design the process of creation. And I think we have found really interesting approach here that I want to share with you. So typically, like every agency has their own like roadmap, and the activity are pretty much the same. So you have like product discovery, research, user interviews, market research, like benchmarks, all of that. Then you go to UX concept, then UI concept, and probably you go to like documentation and requirements to connect with development and to launch the app. So nothing new here. But what I want to focus on this particular moment, like when you go from discovery stage to UX concept stage. And what is the main problem here? So it looks like these two stages goes like one after another. And it looks like that the connection between discovery and concepts is like straight away. However, what we have found that it's not the case. So usually there is like a really big gap between discovery and the concept. And let's say like you have found a lot of great ideas during discovery, and you want to somehow like translate them into concepts phase. However, this is not how it works. And usually it looks something like that. So you have found like many great insights, many great ideas during your discovery phase. However, the day the conceptualization starts, it's like you just delete everything that you have found before and you start from blank page. So I don't know. I've seen it many times. I don't know. Maybe it's just us, or maybe someone will relate to this as well. But that was our experience. So we've spent a lot of time on researching, talking to user, etc. But if you want to find this like line that, okay, you have found this insight and it influenced the concept this way, it wasn't always easy. So we were thinking, okay, how we can like work with this problem. And there is, especially when you have like discovery, like we've done for Cashee, like this is just a part of screenshot, but we were looking heavily on like benchmarks, again, user interviews, like product analytics, all of that stuff. And we have found a lot of great ideas and details, that we wanted to translate later on to the conceptualization phase. And the question was how to do that, how to make sure that we carry everything to the concept. And there is another like, problem, it's a teamwork. So again, it depends on the agency, and one agency does it one way, another other way. But typically in our agency, we have like three main roles, like product strategist, product designer, and business analyst. And it would be super cool, again, if as a product strategist, you do research and then you transfer all of the knowledge to product designer, and then product designer just carry this knowledge to business analysts, and it should work like seamlessly, like these cute penguins. However, it looks like that the experience looks more like this one. So at the beginning, you have your product strategies who does like a lot of research again, and then they try to kind of pass all of this information, and I will say, like, I don't know, like 50% is somehow lost, and then 50% lost as well. And then again, at the late stage of the project, if you want to come back to the beginning and say that, hey, and what was actually the initial idea, no one will remember. So we wanted to fight this problem and to design the process like differently. And this is what we come up with. So basically, you have all of your research, and then the idea is to take the main ideas, the main part, and put them into stickers, let's say. And for example, like the first level, we have insights and data. So insights can be some really interesting ideas that we've heard during interviews or that we've seen with analytics, let's say, and put them into sections. Then, based on these insights, you have to come up with and formulate like the main problems or the main opportunities that you have here. And then, based on that, you generate some solutions. And this solution generation part is like teamwork. So it's not like only one designer or like only strategies are involved. It's like everyone. But we have a really clear focus. So we know that this is a problem, and we formulate it in how might we I don't know, like make the analytics better, and then we figure out like different solutions how to do that. And then we present it to client and we vote. So we have like developer and client, and then we present all of these ideas, and we can kind of finalize what will be in our MVP, what are the main priorities right now, and what can be done later. So, and with this approach, it really helped us to structure all of the great insights that we have found during our discovery. So basically, we've created in Figma like different sections, like acquisition, onboarding, like different features, and then we've come up with these insights, problems, solutions, insights, problem, solutions, and then vote, evaluate, and see if it makes sense to actually continue in this direction. And then, yeah, you can create out of this Figma file, you can create a Notion with like, let's say, some feature, and then kind of have to-do list of every functionality that you want to have there. And this to-do list is a really great way to evaluate your design. So you just open it and you like click, okay, we have this, we have this, we have this. So with this process, what we've achieved that the main idea that we have found during research was transferred all the way to the concept. And we have this line. So we have this bridge and connection, and it really helped to formulate, to create all of this idea. And then we were sure that everything were in design. So nothing was lost. So this is like the main process. Now let me show you some of the examples. So the first one was, for example, about education, and couple of things that we have found. Like, for example, teens don't really understand how to apply theory to real life. So there is like, let's say, concept of pay yourself first. great book, great concept, but what should I do next? And again, we were thinking how to solve that. Or like there were some interesting conversation with parents who were trying to teach kids how to save money or how to spend them, and then it really didn't work so well. So we formulated our problem: how to motivate teens learn important things they don't care about. Because let's be honest, like saving money, it's not something really interesting, and we had somehow to come up with a solution how to do that. And the second one, how might we build money management habits for teens, not just knowledge? And we come up with different solutions, like let's ask teens from school visits or like random survey in app or Discord uh, just to see their level of knowledge. Or there was another one, like link it to points and badges. So if you learn something during your education, then you get some points and then or some achievement. Or there was another one, like contextual learning, and this is what we actually decided to go with. So the whole idea with contextual learning is that okay, we have a really important moment in the user journey is where I spend money or when I receive money. And we thought that this is a really good trigger moment that we can connect to. So let's imagine you received some money from your father or from your parents, and we can show you right away, like smart notification that, hey, maybe you want to transfer like 20% to your saving account right away. And when you have money, it's much easier actually to put them into save than do it like later. Or another one, for example, with coffee. So we can have like more advanced analytics and say that, okay, let's say you've spent like, I don't know, $20 on this coffee. So if you start buying like 2 cups of coffee or one, it will save you, let's say, some portion of your PlayStation. So we have this connection, and we have a really nice moment of receiving money or spending money to explain all of these topics. And the buttons are there, so you shouldn't do anything else. You just click save and it works. So like one of the idea. The second one was about chores. It was kind of popular feature among the benchmarks. However, when we were talking with Saudi Arabia, we found out that the whole concept of chores, or like paying your kid for making bedroom or like, I don't know, making dishes or whatever, it's not really part of the culture. So, okay. So that was like one important piece of information. Another one was that kids don't really have any way to earn money. So apart from getting them from their parents, they didn't have any way actually to earn them. And again, money habits, good money habits, it's not only about spending, but about earning money. So maybe we can create something there as well. So we come up with problem of opportunity. How might we engage teens and parents to set tasks in the app? And the idea was, okay, let's not do like chores, but let's create challenges, and let's make them not only about your house, but like in general. Like, for example, again, if you have A in physics, then you got your like 200 stars. And yeah, you as a parent, you can create them as much as you want. And this is like one of the way how to teach kids what it means to go to work or like to earn money by doing something. So this was like the first really big insight for us in terms of the process and how to structure information and how to make sure that every great idea find its place in the final concept. The second one is about how to actually design the concept. Here the main takeaway is that there should be like some central idea in your concept. So there should be some story behind your like screen. Because when we were just started designing all of that, it was more like, okay, I think that left alignment looks pretty cool. Okay, maybe we can do something with this. Or I have found some really interesting font. Maybe we can use that one because it has some really funny numbers. Or rounded corners. Yeah, everyone loves rounded corners, so maybe we can like create something with this. Or like any other like effect, or like drop shadow, or like stroke, or whatever. So all of that are just like visual visuals, so there is no story behind it. And for us it was like that end, and we wanted to have some story, some idea behind our concept. And it was rooted into research and into understanding kids and what was important for them. So the first really big part was the card. So we have heard so many times that it's all about the card. It's all about like receiving your own card. And it was even like graduation in life. So when you get your phone number, or like your mobile phone, and then your card, it's like you are adult. Like you can have like everything you want. So teens really love black card. So that's something that Cashee already produced. And they said that this moment of getting the card is super, super crucial. So first like a pillar for our concept was it's all about the card. And the second one was the idea of stage. So why stage? Well, because again, it's about kids, and they want to have some experience more unique and more playful than their parents' banks. So, and as a kid, again, at this age, usually you want to be treated like a unique being, you know? You want to be like on a stage, whatever stage means for you. So having this concept, we thought about like different colors and different like gradients, and we've decided to combine them into one. So based on that, we've created our home screen and like the main image of Cashee. So the card is in the center. So it's not a really typical design because again, when you think about like banking, you just start thinking, okay, is this information useful for me? Like maybe I should show some transactions, or maybe some analytics, or maybe some other quick actions. And all of that are really like reasonable stuff. However, for kids, it's all about the card. And that's why we've decided that we have to put it like on the center. So it should be there. And we wanted to play with colors. And again, this idea of stage and colors is everywhere. So when you navigate from one screen to another, our lights, bubbles, or your stage is always there. And again, the card activation, it's another like big moment when you get your card. It should be something like super incredible. And we've spent a lot of time actually creating all of these animations and working with different sounds to create this excitement. It's finally here. And yeah, I will use it. And based on that, the card actually has become our central part of communication as well. So if you look at like different videos or like website or whatever, again, it's all about the card. And Cashee came to us with this concept of 3 teams. So we've decided that we have to evolve this idea. So every kid can find their own team. Like, for example, the heart one is like more emotional one. or like a more philosophical one. The rocket is more about like science, and the Bolt one is more like energy, adventures, and all of that stuff. So we wanted to create actually like the world of Cashee, not only like some app, but again, think about like the whole world that kids will be part of. So yeah, like the different marketing materials, everything about the card. So the concept should have an idea, and you can question or like ask yourself like, what is the story behind my concept? What story do I want to tell? Then the third one is about education. And this was like a huge topic for us, how to approach education in general, because there are a lot of like, is it just a marketing feature, you know, or do we really want to educate kids? And it was always, yeah, we want to educate kids, but let's find like the best way how to do that. So we've decided that, okay, our main goal, how to teach kids about financial literacy. And we've split it into like two stuff, like theory, because anyway, we have to somehow explain main topics about money. And the second one about practice, like how to implement all of these habits into your real life. So about like topics, it wasn't, to be honest, so hard. Like we just write down all of the possible things that kids should know, like starting from in general, like money basics, spending, saving, etc. And then like banks, some stuff about like crypto, because it's like a hot topic, etc. And then we started to think, okay, how to make it interesting, because all of these topics are kind of okay, but they can be boring if you just give some article and go read. So the first idea here was to introduce kind of seasons. So the seasons of education. So it's not like you open the app and you have everything you need to learn, and it's like 100 topics, and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. So we wanted to create this feeling of exclusivity, you know. So and we've decided, okay, we will publish new topics like every 3 months. So let's say we start like with money saving or earning, and we've decided to create like covers like on Netflix for each and every season. And then if you go to one topic, you have this learning journey, because it's just easier to see where you are and what's the final destination and how you move there. So that was the first part. The second one about how to deliver content. And here, again, the idea to have some bite-sized lessons. So let's go with story format, because with some GIFs, some animations, because this is native and for kids. And we can explain like even some hard topics. Just split it into 5-10 stories, add some GIFs, and it will be more interesting. And another big part was on practice, and we have found that practice is what practice makes all education actually really enjoyable and interesting, because it's interactive format. We're talking about the app. Again, it's not like a book, it's app, and there should be some interactivity. And if you compare it, for example, with Duolingo, again, they have everything in form of play. So that's why we've decided stories, like stories to explain the main idea, and then like different practice, different exercise to make it engaged. And then the practice part, how can we actually make sure so it's not only like theoretical knowledge, but kids actually use it. And here we have 3 main pillars. Like the first one is about spending, earning, and saving. So we've decided that we don't want to go into investment right now. So let's focus on these 3 parts. And we thought that, hey, our app is actually what makes it unique. So it's like education through practice. So when we're talking about spending money, and there is nothing wrong with this, again, we spend money, so it's okay. You have your card, you have your list of transactions, and you have your analytics. So it's not only about theory, but you can go and you can spend your money, and we can talk about like how to buy something online, or how to I don't know how PayPass works, or like NFC chips and Apple Pay and all of that, and you can go to your app and do it. About earning, this is what I'm going to talk right now. We've decided to have like different options for a kid to earn money. So we've introduced Cashee coins for education. Also, we've introduced challenges for parents. Then you get your money if you refer anyone. And we've introduced like the whole hub section where you can find some jobs, like if you want to be part of a Cashee team and do some stuff, then you can get paid. So we've decided that kids should have more options to earn money that they can spend later on. And the last one about saving. And saving, again, you have a possibility to create a specific saving goal, or there is like emergency save, and you can put money there. And there are some auto functionality. So for example, if you spend something, like let's say 5% will automatically go to your savings account, or when you get your money from parents, or 10%, 5%, like fixed amount can go to your saving. So and there were some ideas that didn't work so well. So for example, there is a concept of wants and needs. So yeah, so when you spend your money, you should think about, is it something you really need, or is it something you just want? And the whole idea is that, again, you should focus more on stuff that you need, and limit yourself with wants. So don't spend all of your money on wants. And at the beginning, it was like a really nice idea. So we thought that, okay, let's do it. Let's create some tags that I, as a user, can attribute to every transaction. So let's say I buy something, and I should add a tag. Is it a want, or is it a need? And then we decided, okay, let's try just to live one day with this functionality. So we just took our banking apps, and we started to log all of our activities. And it was just impossible. Like it was when I wanted to buy some water, I just spent like 1 minute thinking about, okay, is it a want or is it a need? Like I need water because like it's for my hydration, but on the other hand, like maybe it's something that I just want, and I can go to my office and then I can take water like for free there, or but I want to buy it right now. So is it want or is it need? And again, we understood that this whole process, or deciding is it want or is it need, doesn't work. So the value that I get out of this functionality is not really there. So we've decided not to use it. The first insight is about, or takeaway about, gamification. So again, how to marry gamification and education, because someone may say that, hey, you want to teach kids, so it should be not really about fun. It shouldn't be about like points or whatever. It should be like about finance. Let's learn. However, this is not the way. Our main idea is to engage users, and we think that if you stay within the platform, then you will discover a lot of great stuff there. So we wanted to create some features that will help users actually to grasp some educational topics. So we've introduced Cashee coin. So this is our internal currency that you can earn for different stuff. Like, for example, if you answer correctly your exercise practice in your lesson, you get some points. or like if you I don't know, invite your friend, or you get you complete your challenge, then you get some Cashee coins as well. And then what point of having all of these coins if you can't redeem them? So we've decided that we should have some, let's say, marketplace where you can redeem all of these coins for some tangible or intangible prices. So they are limited, so it's not like everyone can buy whatever they want. It's like, again, there is this idea of seasons. So every 3 months, like 6 months, we can introduce some new prices. However, you can earn all of these points, and then you can, I don't know, like some movie tickets or airports or like t-shirts or maybe some coffee with the CEO of Cashee. So we can play with all of these all of these prices. Again, just to, it's about money. So you earn with education, then you can spend it. And another big topic of gamification, it's achievement or badges. I think that everyone heard about achievements. So we've decided that, yeah, we want to introduce them as well. And let's split them again into saving, earning, and spending. So it's not only about like we give you some badge only if you spend a lot of money with us. It's about saving as well and about earning as well. So, for example, if you complete your goal and it's between like 100 to 500 SAR, then you get your like first page, and then you can go bigger and bigger. And based on that, we've introduced like 60 different achievements again. So it feels fun. It feels fun. If you save money, it's good. So we wanted to have some reward not only for spending but earning and saving as well. And also we've introduced the concept of hidden achievements. So the whole idea here is that you can see the name, but we do not explain how you can get this achievement. And what the reason behind this one, it's based on Bartley's player type. So if you look at all of the gamers, you can split them into 4 categories. So there are killers. So this is the type of users who likes like beating others. So they want to be like #1 in leaderboard, let's say, or they want somehow understand that their skill is much better than yours. There are achievers, and for them, it's really important to get all of the points, like all of the badges, or all of the, like, unlock everything. Socializers, the one that wants to talk, and for this group we have a Discord channel, so they can talk between them. And there are explorer, and explorer are the target group that we've decided to focus on here with these hidden achievements. So these are the people who likes to, again, explore, discover like hidden secret stuff within your app. So if you are playing in video games, I think that there is like Super Mario, really old one, and if you remember, there are some hidden stuff when you play it. So if you jump somewhere on the map, you can see up there is like a star, or up there is some like hidden level. So it was done actually for this explorer. People who just will do like jump, 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 jump. They will like test your game or your app like 100%, and they will be super happy to find something hidden. So we've decided that, hey, we have something special for you. Again, based on the name, you can somehow understand what it means. Like, for example, National Saudi Arabia Day, and this achievement goes to like spending category. So you can come up with an idea how it works, and if you get it, again, it's yours, and it makes you more special. And the last one is about like holistic approach. So holistic approach in terms of when you are creating your product, you are creating, again, the whole world. So it's not only about like your app, but think about the whole world that you try to invite your customers into your world. And when we started to work with Cashee, they already had some card design, some logo, etc. And as we put this card in the center of the screen, we have found that there is like one element that we think doesn't work pretty well, and that one. So when we were looking at the icon of Bolt, it was okay, but again, this is kind of the central image of the app, because this is what you are going to see every time you open the app. And we went to client and said that, hey, this is your logo right now, and we are creating like really nice app. Maybe it's time to rebrand. And they said, yeah, let's do it. And we went to our partners, and with them we've created like a new design for Cashee. Again, all of these illustrations, like design system or communication system, like for SMM, for like App Store, even like the website. So everything was done by us, or with help of our partners, to create this holistic experience. So because the app can be great, however, the first touch point with your brand can be like social media or your website. And if you see that some part of the product doesn't work really well, just go to your client and just say that, hey, maybe I can do it better, because sometimes they just don't know. They just don't know that they can actually approach you with this request. So if you see, just ask, and the product overall will be much better. So yeah, these are like the 5 main insights or takeaways, and the finale here, like we are happy with Cashee. Like we see that they receive a lot of awards, like Best FinTech of the Year, like by Entrepreneur Middle East. Also, they've managed to raise big amount of investment, and right now they are operate with NB bank in Saudi Arabia. This is one of the biggest banks there, and it gives Cashee a lot of opportunity in terms of like marketing and in terms of like user experience, etc. And users are happy. So this is probably the most important part for us. So yeah, thank you. And if you have any questions, please ask.
Thank you very much, Sasha. That was a pretty extensive walkthrough on all levels through Cashee. So great work there. Congratulations. And also super interesting to see also the other elements that you delved into beyond the app, from illustrations to the entire corporate identity, communications, and so on. So it's a great project. We have a question from the audience, and actually, yeah, let me say, if you're on LinkedIn, please send us questions through the event chat. If you're here on Zoom, you can just basically raise your hand and ask your questions directly. But there is something that connects to something that I was thinking when I was watching your presentation as well, Sasha, and it comes from Abnishek Sinda. He asks, or she asks, what is the primary goal of users in the app? So is it about spending or saving? And it actually connects a little bit to my question, which is maybe a follow-up, is it's hugely complex, it seems. So is this complexity about, you know, obviously paying and asking for money, but also education, marketplace, spending, saving, challenges, achievements, also hidden ones. Is it clear for users? And maybe you could tell us a little bit also about, first off, what is the age and background of the kids who are like the core target group?
Yeah, sure. So right now the primary action, it's spending, because this is like the main challenge, or like the main villain that Cashee decided to fight, like cash. So they think that cash is really bad, and they want to provide kids with some opportunity to have their own cards and go like buy whatever they want, like video games, maybe some shoes, or maybe like in restaurants. So it's much safer for them, and this is like the first step that you start to understand that these are my money. Then when you know all of that, then let's speak about saving. So and that's why we have all of that functionality. So I think that it's like 70% is about spending like daily, because this is like the main jobs to be done here, and saving is something that you should do as adults, you know. So the kids are not like totally different here. So they live their lives, and sometimes they buy something that they shouldn't have bought, but they did it as adults. In terms of the complexity of functionality, the good part that we are like releasing all of that like step by step, and every release is like some explanation stuff, and we test if it makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, and then so far so good, you know, so far so good.
Right. You talked about the seasons as well. I found it pretty interesting to keep to bring up a kind of storyline and discoveries of different topics. And maybe you didn't mention it, but you also have a forum. So there can be exchange between users on topics as well. Can you tell us what's the main target group in terms of age and background of the
Yeah,
kids?
so from 15 to 18. So this
All right,
is
yeah.
what
So
we see. Like,
that's late teens, and they can handle a lot of complexity. I mean, like they're super digitally native.
yeah, like TikTok, they can do like a lot of crazy stuff. So that's why it's not so hard for them. Yeah.
Right, right. There is a question from Yannick here on Zoom. Actually, Yannick, of course, feel free also to join into the conversation if you have follow-up questions about user research, and it's also something that interests me a lot. So, can you reveal a little bit about your discovery phase and user research in terms of like how many users you talk to, um, and how long was the research phase as well?
So it was an ambition 1-2 weeks. However, we took, I think, like 1 more week to finalize everything. And the good part here was that users were there. So we didn't spend any time on finding the right target group, but we just go to Discord and ask like parents, kids, let's talk. And the good thing that we had like combined sessions, like with kids and with parents, and also like a separate one. And the best part is to hear some new stuff, like when parent is there, or when parent is not there, because we were asking some questions like, do you have enough money, like in terms of like your pocket money, or do you want to get more, or like how often, like does your parents send you anything, like do you want to change anything like that? So it was a bit sensitive information. Some of the kids were more open, some of them like closed, but again, in terms of number, like I think we had like 10 interviews, and we thought it was quite enough, because again, if you start hearing the same stuff, then it means that it's okay. So it was our case. We've splitted our interview into like main sections about the current functionality, like how do you send, how do you request money, do you save, like what's the purpose, is it hard, all of that stuff, and about education, and about like in general about them, like what's happening in their life, like do they travel, because sometimes traveling is a really interesting use case to get a card, because if your kid travel and they need money, there is no way to send it to them like via cash. And with Cashee, it's easy, like one button, it's there. And another big target audience is, of course, parents. So we were talking with them as well, like what's important, like do they use allowance? Because it feels like a really interesting feature to set up like recurrent payments. Like, let's say every month I can send you money. However, some of the parents said that they don't really love it, because for them, giving money is a way to say that you were a good kid. For some of them, that's why they want to control this process, that you were not really nice the previous week, so the amount will be less, let's say, or it was great and I'll give you a bit more. So yeah, real life. So this is probably the best part, to hear all of these stories, and yeah, to understand that functionality is there, but how they use it and how they make it part of their life, this is something incredible.
Yeah, interesting, because it sounds very transactional to me, to us, maybe here in a more like European perspective, where I mean, like over here where I am now in Germany, there is even like legal advisory on how much pocket money kids should get per week or per month according to age, and this is almost like kids can tell you like, well, this is something, the government says. You said there is very different cultural backgrounds in the market that Cashee is working in. So in Saudi Arabia, there is like no chores at home. So you try to somehow nudge this a little bit through tasks. Will be interesting. Did you get any feedback from users about such features, whether they work?
Yeah, challenges are really nice, and as you said, like the cultural background is totally different. So usually father is the owner of money, and he decides like if you get your money or if you don't get it, and what's the amount, and if it makes sense actually to send it to you, or like are you too young, or whatever. So it's more like a traditional one, and that's why, as I said, like we spent a lot of time talking to them and explaining to potential customer why it makes sense actually to introduce a card to your kids. And right now, what's really good, we have INB as a partner, and we have a lot of like parents there, and like we can explain that, hey, you have your banking account, and if you open Cashee, like it's super easy to start giving your money, giving money to your kid. So just like one click, and it's there. So I see another question about what are the ideas that we actually took from KIP. So again, the first and really big one was about the card. So they were so excited just to, like, they were even okay with the current app Cashee had previously. Like for us as designers, we were like, it's not really nice. Like we have to, create something like more more up to date. However, for kids, just the whole idea of having card was super cool. Big part was about saving and understanding like how they save. And so it was like, for example, school trip, and there was like one girl, and she created a group with her friends. So they decided that they want to go on some trip, and they created this kind of jar, and they started putting money there. Or like another one was about like airdrops or AirPods. So this was like a big dream. So just to understand what are the dreams and goals. So is it like PlayStation, or is it something small, and how hard is it? So to be honest, like a lot of kids were pretty mindful with money. So they were like, I have to do this, and like 10%, or like this is my emergency fund, and it should be there, and I want to take it. Another really nice part is receiving money for some celebrations or like any events. So this is part of the culture. So when you go to not to your parent, but to your relatives, you don't buy something, you bring money. So this is like another really interesting use case when some adult can actually put money directly to your Cashee account with some card saying that, hey, some congratulations or whatever.
Okay, there's probably many anecdotes you can tell, but there is actually also a follow-up question from Yannick here on Zoom, which also interested me about this idea of the stage. How did it come up? Is it something you discovered through research? That there is this longing for being in the center of something. How did you also decide that the card should be there?
Yeah, so we ran a brand workshop, to understand what are the emotions behind the brand, because when you experience the app, again, is it more energetic, more about fun, or is it more about like money management and that's it? And we've come up with a central idea for the brand, like smart hustle. So it's like the main hero, like a Cashee, is someone who is pretty smart about money, and they try different stuff. So they do not spend all of the day on the couch, like playing video games, but they try this stuff, that stuff. So this is Cashee. So this is like your adult brother or sister who knows pretty cool stuff about how this world works, and he can or she can like teach you. And that's why we understood that Cashee is not like a calm personality, so it should be more vibrant. And I don't know, the idea of stage just come up. I'm not sure that it was like that we've heard it, but it was more about let's find some metaphor, like some visual representation of this idea. And yeah, someone told that, hey, I think it's like on the stage, like you go on the stage, you get your card, graduation in life. So it's like you're stepping and you see the whole world like they're cheering for you, So this is
It is somehow obvious a little bit now that you want to be, it's about you. It's a little bit this kind of message, right?
Yeah, but you can play it differently. Like it's about the feeling of empowerment. So again, if you look at traditional banking app, it's about like money, transactions, money, like that's it. So because we are serious people, we are talking about money, like what, gradient, lights? No. But here, banking for use. So it should be different. Again, when you are looking at it right now, it's like, totally makes sense. Like, how could you do differently? Because it looks so cool. Like you have cards, user loves cards and all of that. However, we spent a lot of time on that actually, because again, the first directions were more conservative or more classical one, like send money, like 3 buttons and all of that. And then it was something different, like stage, like let's think about emotions, what feelings we want to translate with the design. Then let's come up with some visual representation for that.
Yes, and I also like a lot that it is really like a gamified app, that there is a lot of micro interactions, there is humorous elements, and as you say, it's really vibrant. It is active. It's playful. It's not just a boring banking app. So a little, just one more question maybe from my side. So the thing about emotions, saving versus spending, it's a big topic, I think, not just for teens, also for adults. Is there something that you discovered that helped you to balance these two, to overcome this lack of restraint? I want something now, which can be very powerful. I'm with friends. I want to eat out, and maybe a spending goal, as you said, earplugs. That it
Mhm.
takes time to put money aside, like some
Yeah,
nudges, some tricks.
yeah. So this is like the story with this water, and actually to like, is it something you want, or is it something you need? And we were really into this idea that at the moment you want to make a transaction, let's stop and let's think, like, is it something you want or something you need? And it doesn't work this way. So that's why we've decided that we have like parents, and they get all of the like analytics and information about your spending. And we think that this is one of the way how we can work with this. So it's like 1 week went, or like 1 month, and then we can have like a family discussion about how you spend your money, and let's go through your transaction, and let's decide how you want to maybe spend less on some Coca-Cola or whatever, and then maybe let's work with savings, and let's start savings right now. So for us, there is no way, and we thought that it would be actually a bad user experience if, for example, you want to pay for something, and we have like a pop-up saying, "Are you sure you want to buy this?" And it's like, no, like it's my decision. I want to do it, and it will actually encourage more to do stuff that is prohibited, probably. So we've decided that, hey, probably we should tackle this problem from achievements. So there are a lot of achievements in terms of like saving. Let's start building good habits, and then they will become part of your life. And they like, it's about like mental model, and let's go from from another side. Like, let us give you some new educational module on saving, and let's introduce some stuff, and let's talk about that. One more important thing, there is cooperation between Cashee and Social Development Bank in Saudi Arabia. And they have a program that if you keep your money in your savings account, and if you like answer, let's say, like 5 or 10 questions correctly, they give you some interest on your saving. So it's like, it's not only about like it's only your money, but like deposit, you can grow your money, and it's like another way. So we've decided that, hey, there is no way we can't not allow you to spend your money. You can do that. So we have parents to monitor all of that, and but there are a lot of great stuff with savings, earning, education. Let's go there. Like, it's really fun. Let's go there.
Yes, and I think it's a good decision, especially with young people, not to go through prohibition, but more like positive experiences and a sense of achievement. Last question, do you offer any advice to parents in terms of like spending guidelines or what to talk about? Is there any connection, maybe even to like a governmental advisory?
It's in our roadmap actually to launch educational module for parents as well. So because sometimes they don't know how to speak with their kid about money. So it's like, where should I start? Like, what are the topics that I need to explain to you? Like, I can send you money, but how to deal with, like, don't buy stuff that you don't want. But these are not really like really effective conversations. That's why we decided that, hey, we have to create a separate educational module just for parents, and to guide them, and maybe sometimes to push them that let's look at your kid like spending this week, And maybe there is some article how to read this data and how to talk with your kid about money.
Makes totally sense, especially as you described beforehand that money, especially in the Saudi Arabian market where Cashee is active, is more like something that you just give away, and it's a part of a long-standing cultural or social habit. So this is a much more, I think, longer term goal. So Sasha, it's been a pleasure to speak with you and to hear so many insights behind the scenes views and above all also your takeouts for design and teams. So congratulations on your great work with Cashee and above all on winning the UX Design Award, of course, and all the best for future development and iterations.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.